Storytime with Mr. Charlie. Hey kids, today we're going to be reading a book called Sammy's Gadget Galaxy, a book about patience, written by Michael P. Waite, illustrated by Gary Truesdale. Sammy Stewart Sprocket Springs built the most amazing things with wings and radar rings and spools of sparkly silver springs. Oh, how Sammy loved to hurry. It would make your eyes go blurry. He jumped from bed at 6 o'clock and dropped his jammies like a rock. He donned his Astro Garmin, charged down the stairs and through the yard, with Yapping Dak, his little dog, pouncing past him like a frog. There in shining silver steel, with spires of wires and whirling wheels, stood Sammy's Gadget Galaxy, complete with spaceship in 3D. He got it from a science kit. Dad helped him quite a bit. They built it for the science show, which came in just a week or so, and he could hardly wait to go. He hopped inside his rocket ship and gave the power grip a flip. The monstrous motor roared to action, grinding gears with turbo traction. Mom and Dad awoke and moaned, while nearly all the neighbors phoned to holler, "Can't you make him wait till 9 o'clock or even 8? Sammy switched to Mega Drive. The rocket boosters came alive. Zoom-a-zam, boom-a-blam, around the yard spun Screaming Sam. Until, ka-chug, the motor quit, and that was it. Sammy gave the thing a hit. A bright white light flashed on and said, "Your Gotron power pack is dead." Sammy hurried back upstairs, and waking Dad in deep despair, he shrieked aloud, "Emergency! My spaceship needs a battery!" "You'll have to wait," his father said. "Be patient, please. Go back to bed." Sammy tried a sigh, a cough. Dad didn't stir, so Sam was off. He bounded down the stairs again, through the workshop door, and then, knowing he was not allowed, he crept as quiet as a cloud, across the cluttered workshop bench, over ratchet, rasp, and wrench, and there, up high as he could see, there sat a Gotron battery. He reached, he stretched, he groped, he fumbled, he wobbled and he bobbled, and he bumbled and he stumbled, and clatter, crack, crash, it all came down on top of Sammy on the ground. Mom and Dad burst through the door with no idea what lay in store. They stared, they glared, they saw the floor. Sammy stood there saying, "Whoop," amidst the mess of gadget soup. "You'll have to pick this up," said Dad. His head was clearly feeling bad. "Put every piece back on the shelf, and maybe you'll convince yourself a little patience isn't bad. It sure would make your parents glad." Now poor Sammy Sprocket Springs scraped up the screws and scraps and strings, the wires and wheels and bowing bobs, the spheres and gears and knick-knack knobs, one by one, bit by bit, finding where each piece should fit, while little Dacky scratched his back and yawned and gave his lips a smack. Suddenly, a brilliant thought occurred to Sammy on the spot. Why not get some robot help? Dak agreed. Yip, yop, yelp. The Chore-o-matic cleanup droid is just the thing to help avoid picking up this mess by hand. I'm sure that Dad would understand. So from its creepy closet void, Sammy drove the giant droid. He smacked the switch marked "Clean Up Floor," and how that droid began to soar. It scooped and scraped and made a stack. It placed things back upon the rack. Sammy drove and Dacky smiled, and Choromatic fixed and filed. But Sammy thought it's still too slow. Let's see how fast this thing can go. We don't have all day long, you know. And feeling like a pickup pro, he gave the speed control a blow, and then, oh no! The cleanup droid let out a roar, fire and smoke began to pour, rockets blasted at the floor, and swoosh! It thundered through the door. Across the lawn and down the street, over cars and fresh concrete, over flowers, fences, fields, it shoved and shattered with its shields. Around it spun and headed back, with screaming Sam and dizzy Dak. The droid destroyed with roaring wrath, and there, directly in its path, was Sammy's Gadget Galaxy, his precious project in 3D. Rumble, rumble, blam, and crash. You should have seen that awful clash. Twisted, blistered, buckled steel, and blinding blend of wing and wheel, and trapped inside those thrazzled things was Sammy Stewart Sprockle Spring. Sammy waited upside down, hanging high up off the ground. He waited hours while hooks and cranes picked apart the steel remains. And when at last they set him free, he gazed out at his galaxy. He sniffled as his eyes turned red, then turned to Dad and sadly said, "Wow, I think that you were right. A little patience really might be something that I could try all right. Now I'll miss the science show. I guess that I deserve it, though." And after that our Sammy changed. He fixed and fenced and rearranged. And when at last the mess was gone, he and Dad got started on a bigger, better space creation, Sammy's Super Starship Station. But if you want to see it go, you'll have to wait 10 years or so, because Sammy's patient grew so well, just when he'll finish, it's hard to tell. Finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. Ecclesiastes 7, verse 8. Okay, kids, repeat after me. Finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. We miss you, and we hope to get to see you very, very soon. Love you.